Hey everyone, Warwick's here. So we're back on Reaction Sunday. Apologies, this one comes out a little late. Normally I record these on Thursday, edit them usually on Friday, and then get them uploaded and ready to send out for Sunday. But World of Warcraft released a new season of Mythic Plus and Raid, so I got caught up doing that and forgot to record. So apologies to those that watch my reaction videos for this coming out late, but I'm here now, and I'm going to be doing a bonus one because Jeff Castellucci just released something new. That'll be coming out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Today we're starting Home Free Month, and we're going to start with probably the one that most people recognize from Home Free recently, and it is my 5-year-old son's favorite song, and that is the Sea Shanty Medley. So, of course, I have played this probably too much at this point because a 5-year-old with signs of autism in his behaviors and mannerisms fixating on this song means that I have to play it like 8 times a card trip. And so this one I'm not going to be doing like a first time reaction through. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it song by song and kind of talk about the things that I think are cool in each song. So that's what we're going to do here. So for those that are new to the channel, I'm not a professional musician. I'm just a guy who really loves music, has an eye for detail. I was in drumline in high school. That's the extent of my musical talent. But I just really enjoy picking out things like harmonies and melodies and things like that. I'm not good at note identification, so you'll probably hear me ask. So if you are good at note identification, I love your comments because it helps me learn. And of course, like, share, subscribe to the channel. I just hit 500 subscribers. I woke up to that email this morning as of recording. So that's cool. So I appreciate you all very much for joining me on my journey. I didn't think there's going to be 10 people, let alone 500. So thank you very much for your support. It means the absolute world to me. So without further ado, let's get into the Sea Shanty Medley by Home Free.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew harder, bowed it down below, my bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not.
All right, I said I was going to go song by song, but we're going to stop here at that little opening. So first off, I like Chance's tattoo here. If you know what it is or what it means, please let me know, but it looks good. So, of course, Chance's voice just very, very smooth, I think is the best way to call it. The very beginning with Below My Bully Boys Blow does have a little bit of a like pop singer to it almost. Let's listen to that again.
Down below, my bully boys blow.
That right there, that Below My Bully Boys Blow. That right there just has that has almost like a very pop feel to it, and not very much a like husky sailor type sound to it, I guess. But it works. It works really, really well, and I think it does a great job of setting up the next section here. Clearly, this song made during quarantine. So these guys definitely making it work. Definitely appreciate Tim going full Jack Sparrow on this. So I like the editing on this too, to kind of have one guy really big and you just decrease him in size until you get to poor Rob back here. And then they come forward and they're all roughly the same size here in just a second, which is nice. I like it.
Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
So Home Free, the one thing I know with Home Free is that their harmonies and their level of harmonic like conversation with each other during their songs is just outstanding, and it shows already right here in the beginning. So let's back up just a little bit and listen to it one more time, and I'm going to pay attention right here because I think he's also singing. Adam, I think it's Adam Rupp. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know they have like 2 Adams on their team, so.
When the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da.
Yeah, so again, just really, really strong harmonies. One thing that I really like here too visually is that they're all just kind of relatively tame. Adam, beatboxer Adam being the exception, where he's already like swinging the mug around and really getting into it. The rest of them are just kind of chilling. They're just kind of standing there, got hands in pockets or whatever the case may be. So just a really cool visual. And, the Wellerman has been done so many different times by so many different people that, it's hard to make it like new and original at this point. But these guys take their harmonies, their thing that they're strongest at, and really just showcased it here. It was really, really strong across the board from the top of the register with Rob. I think Rob is one of their higher singers, with, of course, Tim in the low doing some really nice clean bass there in the beginning. So just really, really beautiful harmonies, and it makes this song an absolute joy to listen to.
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, put him in the brig until he's sober. Put him in the brig until...
Wait, Chance's new shirt. He was not wearing this in the Wellerman. It's clearly shot over 2 different days. Maybe, or he did this intentionally, whatever the case may be, but interesting choice. But you can see now they're starting to get a little bit more into it. Rob and I don't remember his name. I'm bad with names, guys. I'm sorry. But these guys definitely going in and starting to get more in their body into it. And Tim, just as the bass, is not doing so much body-wise, because I think he's outside, but he's doing a lot with his face here. So just really good, visually pleasing stuff here.
Till he's sober, put him in the brig until he's sober. Early in the morning.
Is Chance doing like a baritone here? I think I heard what sounded more like a baritone voice. If you know, let me know. But that's what I got, and it sounds like it's him, which means he's got some range. I like it.
Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. Oh, the wind was...
So, a couple things about Drunken Sailor, short little bit there. Number one, tempo change. I appreciate that. We're just building. It's like we're... the Wellerman was basically us clinking up the start of a roller coaster, and Drunken Sailor is us starting to build momentum going down. And it sounds like we're getting a little bit faster here with See Me Johnny, or Leave Her Johnny. So just building. These guys are going to take us on just basically the downward slope of a roller coaster, it sounds like, the rest of the way. Other things that I picked out that I really liked, I like this little bit. I know he's not actually spitting into the glass there, but nice little visual to make it seem like his beatboxing is doing more than it really is. If you're not familiar with beatboxing at all, then this could be a very interesting visual for someone that's like, I don't know what he's doing, but that looks cool. Other thing I noticed, stupid thing, Tim has the thing up, and I think he has it up the entire time. He's basically pushing this button and just has it up the entire time he's singing the song. I think the entire way through as well. And right here, let's go right here, you can start to see, as I said, more and more animated coming out. So just really good stuff. From a song perspective, like the actual singing, it's still kind of the same thing. Like, to me, this song isn't overly complex from a vocal standpoint, at least to me, because it's just a bunch of really, really strong harmonies with different people getting out there to be able to kind of show off some stuff that they could do. The only negative to that is Tim doesn't really get a line, like a solo line to himself. He's just underneath it all the entire time. But, not every song is going to be able to feature everyone all the time. That's just the way some songs work. So we'll go back and kind of listen to this a little bit. Start from right here, and then we'll pick up the tempo change as they go into Leave Me Johnny.
Hey, up she rises early in the morning. Oh, the wind was foul and the sea ran high. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. She shipped it green and none went by, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the wind...
So I closed my eyes there because I was trying to figure out what tempo they've adjusted to. If my very, very rusty metronome head is catching it correct, I think they're sitting around 100 beats a minute right now. Might be a little bit lower. Might be closer to like 90. It's not a fast song in terms of beat, even though it's speeding up each time. Also, sir, I love what you do with your hands getting into it here. Makes it really nice. Plus his getup is really good.
Don't blow when it's time for us to leave her. Cape Cod ships ain't got no sails. Haul away, haul away.
So the Holloway, I really, really love Tim's clean bass on this. Like, it's just very smooth. I struggle, like I generally struggle when I sing, but like I struggle kind of maintaining that lower depth. Like I think I'm more of a baritone in total, but I could dip down into some bass range. At least that's what my choir educated daughter has told me before, or stepdaughter has told me before. But that, you know, Holloway, like when he goes up, like he goes up, I think a half step or, you know, in terms of notes. And it just, for me, it's really hard to do it. So the fact that he does it so clean there is just really, really nice.
All blown off in the northeast gales, and we're bound away for Australia. So heave her up.
Really like the beatboxing on this song. I think it really carries this song in terms of like who the MVP is. If you have to dub something like that, I generally don't, but I've seen people talk like in the comment section, oh, so and so was the MVP of this song, things like that. The beatboxing is just doing really, really well here. Adam Rupp, who I think does the beatboxing for Home Free, does a really, really great job at maintaining that tempo while making the things that he's doing around just the hard driving bass on every beat, which is what he's doing this almost entire song. But even here, he just threw in like a clean little riff here, right here. If you listen to it with like almost like a version of a snare, listen for it right here. That right there. He managed to do it with, you know, like boop, 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 kind of like that. And he did it while still maintaining that driving bass sound. Really, really smooth stuff. I really like it.
Up my bully, bully boys. Haul away, haul away. Heave her up and don't you make a noise. And we're bound away for Australia.
I like at the end that kind of signifying the end of the song. So Home Free does really, really great harmonies, but you know, the one thing I kind of miss is that they sometimes don't sound as full. And I think it's because they have like triple tenor, maybe like, you know, an alto and then a double tenor. They're kind of missing that. They rely a lot on Tim to carry the low notes. So not having like a baritone or a second bass or someone that can get down to that second bass consistently and cleanly, I think kind of sometimes makes their harmonies sound almost flat in a way. But not to say that that's bad. That could be very much a deliberate choice in the music. Who knows? But I love, that's why I love things like voice play. You know, Lane can kind of get down in there with his beatboxing. Ellie can also does like backup bass if they need like a distinct bass line and Jeff is singing a line. You kind of see it a little bit in the Moana medley when Jeff is singing Shiny, but there's like this distinct bass sound, and if you look really closely in the background, Ellie's like very close to his mic, which indicates he's doing bass. Home Free kind of lacks that, and so it can kind of make the harmony sound a little bit flat in my opinion, but they do a beautiful job of working around it. Whoever mixes and masters things does a really, really good job. And it's really only noticeable if you're listening on very good stereo headphones and you're really trying to pick something out. If you're just kind of listening for fun, you don't really notice it. And I think that's the beauty of Home Free and their sound and their harmonies, is that they can sound full without actually kind of really being full. And if you're only complaining about it like I am because you're really paying attention to them, and you're kind of trying to nitpick something maybe that could be better, and to me, that's really the only thing. Otherwise, everything else they do in the song is just really good, and it stopped on the perfect screen here, so just, I'll take it. It's good stuff.
Santiana gained a day away, Santiana. Now pull the yarn up the west, they say, along the plains of Mexico. Well, heave her up. Santiana, heave her up and away we'll go.
All right, so if the metronome in my head is correct, they're up to around 125 or 130 beats a minute. They've really picked up tempo since even like Drunken Sailor. So they are really taking us down and speeding us up, and they show no signs of slowing down in this song. Santiana, one of my favorite sea shanties personally. The full version is probably a little bit outside of what Home Free will do in their songs, because they tend to be more family-friendly oriented. But Santiana, if you listen to it, can kind of be a little dark at times in terms of its lyrics. But I really like this pacing on it. A lot of people will slow it down a little bit. I really love their pacing on it, because to me, Santiana, if you know the words and the lyrics, it's basically like talking about a clash of pirates. And so having something that's a little bit more tempo and upbeat, I think is really, really nice.
Along the plains of Mexico, she's a fast clipper ship and a bully good crew. Away, Santiana, and an old salty yank for a captain too. Along the plains of Mexico, well, heave her up and away we'll go.
This is probably a little bit of my ignorance in singing. I'm someone that tends to talk with my hands anyways. Why do singers sing with their hands? And a lot of them do the same motion as this. They just go up and down with their hands, or they'll kind of go a little bit side to side, turn their hands, whatever. If you know why a lot of singers do that, because like the Bass Gang has, I think Marwin is notorious for it. If you know why some singers do that, I would love to know, because I'm just very curious. It's always something I have found amusing. Now I know like here it's being done for visual effect, but like just a little bit ago, like Tim right here is doing it, and right at the end of his little line. Nope, hang on. Nope, hang on. Right there, he's also doing it. So like, why is this a thing amongst a ton of different singers? I find it amusing. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. I don't even know exactly what it's supposed to do. Maybe it's just a weird tick that a bunch of people develop, trying to like physically push their body to do the notes that they're trying to reach, or whatever the case may be. I've always found it really funny.
Along the plains of Mexico, well, heave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santiana, heave her up and away we'll go. Along the plains of Mexico, Santiana fought for gold. Away,
Really like that two-person harmony right there, with Rob kind of on the lower end and him going up higher. Also, dude, you don't hold a sword like that unless it's a great sword. Your handle's not long enough for that. Anyways, that's the history of being picky in me. Sorry. But really, really nice two-person harmony, which is something that I think, at least from the limited of Home Free's catalog that I've listened to, they don't do enough of. I would love for them to do more two-person harmonies amongst all of their group, because I think it can add a lot to their songs. But again, I've been very limited in my Home Free catalog, because I've intentionally been holding off specifically for this month, so that I can do a lot more first-time reactions to Home Free. This will probably be one of the only ones that I do. Everything else that I've got lined up for them, I've never heard before, so sneak peek.
Santiana, around Cape Horn through the ice and snow, along the plains of Mexico. Well, heave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santiana.
If someone knows how that man is doing castanets with his mouth, I'd love to know. Does he do a video somewhere where he explains it? Because that is ridiculous talent. Castanets are hard sounds to make. Obviously a lot of people associate them with like Spanish music. You think Carmen, for example. West Side Story has some castanet stuff in there. But like here, I think it works really well to help change the way the song is being pushed in terms of sound. So it just adds a different type of flavor to Santiana, which I think is really nice. But the fact that he's even doing it with his mouth at all is insane skill, and I want to know how he does it. If someone knows either how he does it or has a video where he explains it, link it in the comments below. I'll go check it out, and I will appreciate it greatly. Thank you.
Beat her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. So leave her, Johnny, off we'll go. The drunken sailor, Wellerman whaler, bound away for Mexico.
Okay, so I really like what he's doing here in the middle. Really adding some nice visual quality here to the middle. Let's take a look at this again. And like, he's just doing a ton of work here. Also, their faces here are great. But just watch him in the middle here.
Her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico.
First off, gets that into the sheath without cutting himself or stabbing himself. So, well done.
So leave her, Johnny, off we'll go.
Very visual with his hands to kind of go, and it goes along with the lyrics. So very, very nice.
Drunken sailor,
Drunken Sailor does some mannerisms with his hand and kind of does this to kind of indicate that drunkenness in his part.
Wellerman whaler, bound away for Mexico.
And then at the end does the big, as I'm sure he's going up his register. Well done, gentlemen. Someone please tell me his name. I apologize. I don't know all these guys' names. Like I said, I'm really bad with names. So this one is just a hunk of fun, man. Like it's got good tempoing. It picks up and picks up and picks up and doesn't stop, which you would expect. Maybe something at the end to kind of slow down, to kind of be like, you know, it does like where's my camera? There it is. So we go like this, and then you expect it to come back down to resolve at the end of the song. These guys just do this, and they just go, and then the song ends, and you're left like, damn, I just went on a thrill ride, almost. Like, that's the vibe that I got. It's like a ride that is intended to keep you pumping the entire way and not have a section where you can, like, let your body adapt to the adrenaline that just came through. So, well done, Home Free. This is very, very good. I'm looking forward to dipping into more of their category. I think next week I'll do Man of Constant Sorrow, because I've had that one recommended to me by about a dozen people. So I will do that one. And I know I'm going to do The Gambler after that. And then I think I have one more song that I'm just kind of open to. I know they just released a new one. I might go back and do that. Or if you have other suggestions for what you might think I would enjoy for Home Free, leave them in the comments below. So thank you all to you watching this video. I hope you all stay safe. I hope you're all enjoying good music. You're having fun. And I will see you all in the next video.